Kira's art journey, aka Kaj, and guess what I'm doing? I'm going to try and paint. Yeah, I know, I'm the whole digital artist or whatever, but I still want to learn how to paint too, you know, and I'm finna try it out. So, what I'm gonna do is first, I'm going to try and sketch and drawing on the canvas there that I had for like 3 years now, unpackaged, just sitting there. And I'm going to, sketch on it and get the drawing I want on it. And then I'm going to play around with the hardest thing I think it is for me is that's been deterring me from this is color mixing. So I'm going to try to figure out what colors I need and how to do this, how to lay it down. I already watched like 3 videos worth of like 1 hour worth of content or so or more trying to figure out how to do this coloring stuff and what the mix and stuff for the paint. I'm going to be using acrylic paints. And all right, and then the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lay the paints. We gonna we're gonna see how this goes. So let's get to it. All right, so here I am setting up the canvas and everything. I am now taking off the plastic of this canvas that I bought from Dollar General for $5. I think. No, yeah, did I get this for $5? I believe so. Yes, bought this for only $5. I had this canvas sitting in my room for 2.5 years, so I'm being too afraid to touch it because I don't know how to paint. So now we finna put some work to it. Okay, now we are on the sketching part of this whole fiasco. I have to say, sketching on the canvas was pretty intimidating. It feels so weird trying to sketch on it because if you push too hard, it's like you will put a hole in it, and it's just so soft. So, sketching on it, I got it done, but it still kind of feel, yeah. Anyways, the image I use is from a Pinterest image, photo, and in my reference to draw hard. If you guys want to check out my references and stuff I use, I'll put them in the link below. Also, I did do a practice drawing before doing this on here, and I did it on my tablet. The practice drawing, I'm thinking about trying to mimic what I painted and have like a digital version and a painting version of it. So, going to continue the sketching. Get to these sketch. Alright, so I have these acrylics here, and I'm gonna open them. And I had bought this little thing here. I also had another one. Got this one here. I just open it up and have the mixing part. Maybe some water.
Well, this is my palette. Titanium white, cadmium red light, terra rossa, burnt sienna, alizarin crimson, viridian green, ultramarine blue, and black ivory blue.
We got cobalt blue, burnt sienna, crimson red, black, white, orange, dark green, black again, cobalt blue, dark green, crimson red, burnt sienna, rattan yellow, orange. Alright guys, so doing the color mixing, I did follow along, or kind of follow along, with Ben Lustin Howard's tutorial on how to paint black skin colors in dark complexion portrait. I'll have that linked in the video description below. But I also did not have all the colors that I needed. So yeah. So here you will see me mixing. I was using cobalt blue in the replacement of ultramarine blue, and I mixed that with deep dark green. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what this color was for, but I think I used it mainly for like the dark shadows and everything, but you will see once we get into the painting section. Okay, now you see me adding an scarlet red. And I'm just mixing. Alright, and so next up was burnt sienna and viridian green, in which I used the dark green instead of viridian green, because your girl, she has this really cheap acrylic. I guess it's cheap. It came with my son's K-12 kit that I never sent back. So I needed it. But anyways, yeah, I used dark green in place of Viridian green. In here, I am just mixing, and mixing some more. It's getting that kind of dingy brownish or whatnot, but you know, I don't know nothing about this, so we just kept rolling with it. So once I mixed all that up, I added in some crimson. What did I say? Crimson. I added in some crimson. It's starting to turn like a bit maroonish, right? It's like it's getting that maroon type color now when I mixed in the crimson with the other colors, the burnt sienna and the quote unquote Viridian green. Now for my next palette here, I am getting some more burnt sienna again and some Viridian green, quote unquote. Sorry for the camera angle here. I was using my phone and yeah. But hopefully you see everything. So I'm double dipping over here in some burnt sienna. It's kind of greenish, but when I add in that burnt sienna again, it's looking a little bit mucky there. So it's gonna come out as something. Let's be patient with this. And so I'm mixing and I'm mixing and I'm mixing. So now I'm using a new color. I don't throw in some orange there. So now you see it's giving that color skin tone like mine's out here, giving me my skin tone colors. So yeah, we're gonna mix all that up in there. So now I'm going over into another palette and I have grabbed some more burnt sienna. And now I'm grabbing quote unquote ultramarine blue, which in reality your girl used cobalt blue. Remember, that was cobalt blue in replacement of ultramarine blue. I will be purchasing those ultramarine and Viridian green, also yellow ochre as well. I will be purchasing those separate one day. So I'm mixing and I'm mixing and I'm mixing. Alright, and for my fifth palette, I am getting some scarlet red. And I also mixed in some ultramarine blue, cobalt blue. And I'm mixing and I'm mixing and I'm mixing. Alright, so now we are about to get into the good stuff. The good stuff. The good stuff. So now we are getting into actually laying the paints down. Now I wish I could have shown you all the actual paints I used, but I'm gonna tell you now, like, partial way, I just gave up on doing the exact thing, following the video, and just started doing my own thing with the paints and everything. I just started color mixing anything and everything that I had up on my palette. So it was not exactly like, well, heck, it wasn't nowhere near like what the tutorial was doing. So I know for sure the first color I laid down was that first color palette I made for the hair. I laid that down first and foremost. And then I used that one color that looked kind of like the maroonish, but that was for like the shadows and everything. But I'm gonna let the whole thing ride, and y'all tell me what y'all think about it, and because I don't really remember all the colors, the palettes and everything, because I just went straight ham. So anyway, let it ride, and I'll see you after the video. Alright guys, so this is about the end of the video, and this is the painting. So tell me, what do you think? What are your thoughts on my first ever acrylic painting on canvas? I'll tell you my thoughts. So I thought it was pretty fun. I was a little concerned about getting the highlights down, but I don't know. I have to, you look at more tutorials and look at and just, practice and everything. It would be cool if I can just look at someone paint in real time and like face to face or anything, and I can see their techniques firsthand, up close and personal. But I thought this piece was pretty great. I think it's pretty good for my first, and I really enjoy it. By the way, the name of this piece is called Sun. So with that said, I will possibly do more acrylic paintings in the future. I did purchase an acrylic book where like acrylic paper book or something where I can practice that actually. So so anyways, that is enough art grinding for today, and I will see you all next week with another video. This time digital art, going back to my element. So with that said, later.